Hey friends, this is your boy Ali here. So I just kind of wanted to share like a little quick vlog with regards to some of the career choices engineers can end up making. Now you may be someone that's already working in an engineering field. You may be someone that's in university or in school thinking of an engineering career. So I just kind of wanted to share my 2 cents before you even get started, right? Or, if you're someone that's kind of sort of like looking to switch or things of that sort. Or honestly, for any person, in any field, in any degree, this is something that's very applicable. Or whatever field is in, or they're in. So, one of the first things that you should do before you even start to think about what you want to get into is to actually be able to look at what that work or job is actually like. Excuse me. So, for example, if you're thinking about becoming a civil engineer, and you're, thinking about becoming a structural engineer or a geotechnical engineer or a mining engineer or whatever, it's really important that before you even start to invest your time and effort into that field, you actually go to a corporate place or company, have a very, very open and honest chat with a person in that kind of same position, and ask him what his job entails and if he actually even likes his job. And you have to go there with a purpose of not networking. You're not going there to network. If you have that in your mind, then you're not going to be able to be honest with them. You have to completely let that go. If you want to network, you can do that at a later time and date. But you're supposed to go there with a very, very honest demeanor and ask him what his job entails, what his job looks like, what his workplace looks like, what his interaction with his colleagues looks like, and if he actually enjoys his work. And the reality check that you will get from that kind of interaction will essentially seal your fate, if you do it properly, as to what you're going to be investing your time in and what expectation you'll have after you graduate or after you get that kind of position, if you're looking to switch and things of that sort. Because if you don't do that, then you're kind of just shooting arrows without a target. You don't have a target, you're just kind of shooting arrows, stray arrows all over the place. So it's really, really important that you have a look at what your target looks like before you even decide to aim at it, let alone shoot your arrow, right? Because essentially the reason why I'm saying this is that a lot of people, they get into a degree or they get into a field, they start investing their time and effort, and they have these huge aspirations that, I'm gonna do this after X amount of years or after X amount of time, and I'm gonna look like this and this, and like my life's gonna be set. But the reality can turn out to be a lot more different. It can either become something that's beyond expectation, or it can become something that's completely miserable. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of times it's not even the work that you do that you find miserable, but it's dealing with your coworkers and the people around you that really, really, really makes every living day a life of anxiety and stress that's not induced by the effort that you have to put in your work, but because of the demeanor of the people around you. And I mean, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is that most places, I believe, are more toxic than, you know, all sunshine and rainbows. And it's not even because most people are like that. It can literally take one or two people in a workplace to literally pollute the entire work structure, the entire team, and completely destroy the morale. Because these people are they'll either cause your work to be your work to kind of become very hard to do because you're dealing with them, because you have to deal with them, or they're either be your supervisor or boss, which is even worse, and they'll just give you a hard time for no reason. You know, rather than appreciate or be supportive of what you're doing and motivate you, they're just gonna keep on criticizing you. You're not gonna appreciate what you're doing, and that takes a toll on you. Yeah, you know, like even a few words of appreciation can literally be the difference between you keeping your job or you know, like just trying to jump ship at every opportunity that you get. And unfortunately, this is all too common, right? So yeah, unfortunately, you have to deal with that a lot of times. So it's really important that you have a look at, you know, at what you're trying to accomplish in the future, what your goals are, what your aspirations are, and you really want to question yourself that, you know, okay, is this the company that I really want to work for? Is this a kind of team that I really want to work for? Do I kind of want to go into freelance? Do I maybe want to switch to a trade or something? You know, do I want to start my own business? Do I want to become an entrepreneur? Do I want to teach what I've been taught? You know, because that's also a way to make money. You don't always have to get practical. The main thing is that you are able to get the paper to support you, right? I'm talking about money. So, you know, if teaching what you've been taught makes you that, then you're all set. And I can only imagine that, you know, unless you're working for like an institute or a tutoring center, a training center, whatever. You know, if you're working for yourself, then, you know, obviously, like, you're not gonna have that kind of same stress. Maybe you can have that kind of stress from customers or, you know, the students that you teach, but, you know, that can be a completely different dynamic to workplace stress. So it's really, really important that you have that in mind, and you take that in mind, you keep that in mind as you invest your time and effort. Because the worst thing you can do is that you invest all the time and effort, and you have that, you know, like, you have that dream in mind, you have that thought in mind, you have that, you know, like you're kind of in that bubble, you're kind of that space that, you know, I'm just gonna go out there and conquer everything, but you keep getting shot down, you keep getting cut on your, you know, you keep getting your kneecaps cut or whatever the phrase is. You're just not able to stand up properly because you have all these factors surrounding you that just keep, you know, like, that just keep you down on the ground. Because, you know, a lot of times, yes, this can also definitely help you in the making, like, you know, it kind of forges you, kind of become forged in fire to become a lot more resilient and things of that sort. But, you know, sometimes you really have to question yourself if that kind of stress is worth it in the long term, because you may never know. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe, you know, it can completely destroy your self-esteem rather than improve things. So keep that in mind. And even if you are in that position, for those kinds of people that are in that position, always have high hopes. You know, after hardship comes ease. You know, you have to look at how nature is even, you know, and that really gives you indication of how things always end up after whatever amount of time. Because if you look at night, you know, after every night there is light, or there is day. After, you know, at the end of each tunnel you have light. So even if you are in that position, just you have to be steadfast, and you have to be hopeful of better times to come. And obviously you have to kind of make that effort, right? But you have to always also keep in mind that, you know, the grass can always look greener on the other side. So you have to keep that in mind. You have to temper expectations, and then you have to really go from there. You have to really question yourself if this is even what you want to be, you know, continuing and pursuing, you know. Because remember, the world is big. There's tons of opportunities all around you. And if you are one of those people that is basically the cause of all that toxicity in the workplace, remember, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back at you. It's going to damage you in the long term, and you wouldn't even know it, right? Because all of these people, you're gonna meet all of these people, and they're all gonna have a very, very bad opinion of you, and it's really gonna damage your and you know, your overall outlook in front of other people, and you're just gonna have this plateau in your career beyond which you're not gonna be able to move forward, because you have a backlog of all of these people that just hating you, right? And they just don't like you, and they're gonna keep giving everyone else in your industry all of these references that, you know, you don't want to work with this guy, he's very toxic, he doesn't respect his colleagues, and things of that sort. So it's gonna come back at you. So you have to, if you're one of those people, you need to figure out how you're treating the people around you. Are you treating the people around you the same way that you want to be treated? That's the first question that you should ask yourself. And if you have been treating them the wrong way, if you have been treating them the way that you don't want to be treated yourself, then you have to fix it. You have to rectify the situation by apologizing, by making it up to them. You have to be someone that learns to appreciate people. That's the most important thing. Even a word or two can literally be the difference between that person liking you or hating you. So keep that in mind. I hope I've made my message clear. Please let me know in the comments, you know, what you thought of this little analysis of workplace experiences. You know, because I've been in the workplace. Thank God I've been in the workplace for a very long time, and I've experienced many different kinds of people, many different kinds of workplaces, many different kinds of workplace tasks. So yeah, just thought I'd share my 2 cents. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you thought. What's going on in your mind? Are you in that kind of situation that I've just talked about? And you know, what do you think that can be done to help people that may be in this kind of situation? What kind of help are they even looking for, and things of that sort? So yeah, just share your thoughts. Let me know, and like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I post a lot of construction videos, and yeah, hope you all have a wonderful life ahead of you. Take care, guys.